Hello everybody, Courtney here from How to Loom Your Dragon. Today we are going to be doing the Mockingjay from the Hunger Games. Okay. This tutorial is dedicated to Amber Hawley. Amber was doing a good deed when she got into an accident, so I would like to dedicate this to her. This is probably one of my favorite tutorials, so I believe that she deserves this. So Amber, I hope that you enjoy the tutorial. I don't know if you're a Hunger Games fan, but hopefully you are. But I would just like to thank you for whatever you were doing when you got into your accident, and I hope you aren't discouraged from doing good things for people because of it. And I hope we can all be encouraged by Amber's courage. Alright, so thank you, Amber. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. It's dedicated to you. This is actually a funny story because I was about to go to bed the other night, and it was about midnight, and suddenly I got the idea to do this Mockingjay, and I looked up online and I saw that there were no other YouTube rainbow loom tutorials for it, so I got really excited and I started working on it at like midnight, and I was kind of having a fun game with my Facebook followers and having them guess what they thought it was and giving them hints. And I told them that the first person to guess it right would get a shout out. So the shout out goes to Iam Khing for guessing the correct tutorial. She guessed Mockingjay after, I think it was hint 4. So great job to you. I love your name, by the way. If that's how it's pronounced, I'm not really sure, and I apologize if I pronounced it wrong. So shout out to you, and yeah, so now let me tell you what you need to do this. So you're going to be needing about, if you're going to do all gold, you're going to need about 1,300 bands. Okay, this is my prototype. The one we're doing is going to be a little bit different. But this is pretty cool because if you do in all gold, you can kind of pose it to do the different, poses that, you got Mockingjay, you got Catching Fire, which is like more like this, and then you have, I'm sorry, Hunger Games is like that. Catching Fire and Mockingjay, which is like this. But he's going to be a little bit different. We're going to make the neck a little bit longer. The head is going to be slightly different. The crest is going to be a little bit smaller. And the tail is going to be slightly different in the way that I loom it. And so is the stomach. So this is kind of a prototype one. So it's going to be a little different from this. But he looks really cool. So you can do in all gold. You'll need about 1,300 bands. You also only need 1 loom for him, which is great. I'm going to be doing the actual colors of the Mockingjay, which is black, and he has like a tinge of white in the wings and a little bit of blue, and I got that from Catching Fire, the movie, when Katniss's wedding dress turns into the Mockingjay dress, so I was kind of looking at the pattern on that a little bit. So that's what I'm going to be doing, but I'm also going to be having the black fade into the gold into the feathers, so it's going to be the main color, but on the feathers is going to be some gold. So I think it's going to be really cool. So if you want to do that with me, you're going to need about 470 gold bands, about 780 black bands, 130 white, 16 blue, and 2 gray for the eyes. Okay. So first of all, this is not easy, and it's very tedious because you have to make a lot of feathers. So if you're not a patient person, you probably shouldn't do this because the gold bands snap easily and they're not very stretchy. So chances are you're going to have a lot of snapping bands in this. So I just want to let you know that now so you're not frustrated later. Don't worry, you're not doing anything wrong. It's just the way the bands are. They snap easily. But if you do it, if you have patience with it, he'll end up looking really cool. All right, so I believe that's it. So let's begin here. We're going to start with the arrow, okay? And I have already made mine in gold. So I do recommend that you make it in gold like me. However, in this tutorial, I'm going to make it black because a lot of bands snapped when I was doing it in the gold, and I had to go back and keep fixing it, and I wouldn't want to put you guys through that. So I recommend you do the gold, and then if your bands snap, obviously you can pause the video and fix it. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to do it in black just so you can see the design. But I am going to be using the gold arrow with my bird. Okay, so let's start with the arrow. We are going to take our gold bands, and you're going to double loop them. Alright, so we are going double looped bands pretty much all the way down to the bottom. These bands are really like thin and stretchy, so Chances are, in this tutorial, I'm going to make an error. Okay, that happens sometimes, and if that happens, you'll just have to bear with me because I do not have any video editing software. So if bands snap, you know, you're just going to have to wait while I fix them. Unfortunately, I know it's annoying, but that's the way it's going to be. So, right. Hopefully they won't snap for me while I'm doing this, though. Alright, here I'm going to put 2 bands, so 2 black bands, or 2 gold bands here, and then you're going to double loop a gold. What you can do if the gold is not stretching for you, what you can do is, this is another way to do it, if you put it on your hook and double it, and then you kind of stretch it between the pegs like this or whatever. That'll work too, if you're having trouble like doing it with your fingers. That's another way to do it. Alright, I'm going to double loop here and also here. Alright, I'm going to cap off here. With the gold, you're going to wrap around 3 times because golds are stiff. So let's do that 3 times. These black bands are really like weak. I don't know what happened here. I hope they last for me. Alright. Once we've done that, we're going to loom these first. So you're going to go into the capping bands and you're going to grab the double looped, loom it over. Do that here as well. Okay. And then we're going to go down here and we're going to do these and these. And here is it might be a problem for you. The band might snap here, this double looped band. Hopefully not. If it does, you know, you can just fix it. Pause the video and fix it. Carefully, you want to take it off. Here you can use another hook and kind of lift these up, you know, because you don't want them to break, obviously. Okay, so hopefully your golden arrow lasted and didn't fall apart. Okay, like that, alright. And now we're going to work on continuing it, because it's not done yet. So again, we are going to double loop bands all the way from the top to the bottom here. So it's just like another strip of double looped bands. Okay, once you've done that, you're going to attach your loose ends to this bottom peg here, and we're just going to continue looming up. Obviously, you're going to go slower with the gold, because the gold is fragile. Okay. And now we are going to do the end of the arrow. So, grabbing, again, double looped. Let's do this here. Alright, so that is on the 7th to the 8th peg. Right, and again, we're just double looping down to the bottom. Alright, then I'm going to take 2 bands, put them from here to here, and 2 more from here to here. Make sure you do it in that order too, bottom to top, because otherwise it's not going to loom right. Same thing on this side, so 2 and 2. And then we are going to take 2 here to here, and 2 here to here. Okay, I'm going to cap off here, wrap around 3 times, same thing on the other side. Also here, and here. Then I'm going to double loop a band, and I'm going to put that from here to here, okay? Attach your end. Okay. I'm ready to loom these first, so go in here, loom this guy over. Then you want to go in here, loom this guy over. We want to do the same thing up here, so we're going to take the guy up here. Actually, hold on. Ugh, why? Must you be difficult for me? Let's start on this side. Take this guy, loom him down. It's a little tricky if you've never done that before. Looming down, it's a little, takes some time sometimes. All the way down here, grab the bottom 2, loom that, loom him down. And same thing on this side. Alright, and now we can loom up this row, the middle. Again here, there's a good chance of your gold band snapping, so just pray that it doesn't snap, and if it does, you gotta fix it. I tried doing this with, instead of the double looped, doing it with like a couple single bands, but it ends up looking too thick for an arrow, so that's why it's double looped. In case you were wondering why I'm making it difficult for you, that's why. I want it to look nice. Even if it takes a lot of broken bands. Alright, and then once we've done that, we can take it off. Alright, so we have our Mockingjay arrow. You can kind of adjust it as you want. You can put wire through it, but I'm going to warn you right now that chances are the gold bands are very fragile, so the wire is going to snap the bands. And if it snaps one of the double looped bands, you have to redo the whole thing, because the double looped bands, you know, if you snap one, the whole thing's going to come apart. So that's up to you if you want to risk doing that. But it's very risky, especially with the gold bands. They break very easily. So I'm going to warn you right now that putting a wire through is very risky. Okay, but it does end up making it look a lot straighter and stiffer, so that's totally up to you. So you have your golden arrow, or if you made yours black like mine, whatever. Great. Okay, so I'm going to put that aside, and now we can actually work on the actual bird. So we're going to start with the head, and we are going to be doing the lower jaw and the beak. So again, I'm doing black here because I'm doing the actual colors of the bird. But if you're doing all gold, then obviously you're doing all gold. Alright, so I'm taking 2 bands at a time. Here I'm going to take 3. 3 bands here. Okay, and then I'm going to do 2 here. And here. I'm going to take 3 again, because this is the beak, so we want it to be nice and sturdy. And 3 one more time. Then we're going to take a double looped single, double looped single, double looped single, and one more time double looped single. You're going to cap it off. Try to wrap it around 4 times. It's going to be hard with the gold band, but really try to get it around there 4 times because it's going to look a lot better and sharper at the tip. Okay, now I can loom up. Alright, so once I've done that, I'm going to tie off my 3 ends. So you're going to pick any color band, it doesn't matter, because we're going to be taking them off later. but don't use jellies because they slip easy. So I'm just going to use these random white bands, and I'm just going to do a little slip knot at the end of each of these 3 ends here. I'm going to get this one too. Alright, so we have our lower jaw and beak. I'm going to put that aside by my arrow for now. We're going to make the crest now. Okay. I'm going to take 2 bands at a time again. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a black and a gold, because now I'm fading it into gold in the crest a little bit. So it'll hopefully look pretty cool. These black bands are so like thin, and they are Rainbow Loom brand. I'm so confused as to why they're not thicker. What happened? Again, black and gold here. Black and gold here, and then I'm going to take 2 gold. And 2 gold again. I'm going to cap off, wrap around 3 times. Here. Also here. I'm doing gold. You can do gold or black, but with the band count I gave you, I did it with black, gold, sorry. Counted the gold bands as cap and bands, but if you have enough black, then you could do black if you want. Now I'm going to take single black and just stretch it across here, like that. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to loom are the 2 sides here. So this one I'm going to loom up, and this one over here, like that. And then I'm going to go down here. If it comes up, it's okay. Just make sure it doesn't come all the way off. Grab the top 2, loom over. Grab the next 2, loom over. Grab the middle ones, loom up. We can loom up the center now. And we can loom up the side here. Okay. Once I've done that, again, I'm going to tie off my 3 ends up here with slip knots. So I'm taking my random white bands, tying off my ends. We're going to be using this again soon, but for now we're going to take it off. Alright, cool, we got his crest. I'm going to put that aside. And now we're going to work on the top of the head. Alright, so we are taking black for this. First we're going to make his beak. Okay, so I'm taking 3 black. Okay, so 3 black, followed by 3 black again, followed by 3 black again, followed by a double looped single black, double looped single black, double looped single black. And then we are going to tie it off. Again, try to wrap it around 4 times if possible. We're going to loom up. Now, if you want to attach your arrow to the beak here, instead of using a C-clip later, all you're going to do is you're going to stop here, you're going to take your arrow, and you're going to open up one of the holes near the tip of the arrow, like around here. Like so you just open up the loops and just stick it on, like this, and then loom up, like this. This is totally optional, and I don't even know if I'm going to keep it like this or not, but if you don't want to attach the arrow, you don't have to. You can always C-clip it on later. That's up to you. Alright, so I've loomed my beak. I can take that off. Okay, so that is the top of the beak, and it looks like he is holding the arrow, which is pretty cool. Alright. I think I made the arrow go the wrong direction though. Figures. Ah! But for you it's probably right because my computer mirrors it, so you'll probably have it attached the right direction. Figures. Oh well. Alright, so... why? Oh, why? Anyway. Alright, so now we're going to work on the head. So I'm going to take 2 black bands at a time. I guess it's a good thing I put that on wrong, so because you probably put it on the right way. We're taking 2 bands at a time here. Too funny. Oh well. Alright, now I'm going to take 2 more and I'm going to put them right here in the middle. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the lower beak and jaw. Okay, so I'm going to attach these 3 ends to these 3 pegs here. Okay, so the beak is bending upward, okay? Make sure you attach it the right way so it's bending up, okay? It should be bending a certain way. You want to attach it so it's curved up. So the middle set obviously is going to go around the middle. This set here, make sure you put it through the loops and not through the side. Okay, make sure you attach the actual loops around the peg. Very important, or you're going to be really sad later when you take it off. Like this. Alright. Kind of push it down a little bit. I'm going to take 2 more black bands here. Okay. And I'm going to take my... Oh, okay, so now we're going to make the eyes, okay? Actually, first, no, we're not. First, we're putting 2 black bands here and 2 black bands here. Okay, and now we're going to make the eyes. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to take one of my gray bands. You have 2 gray bands. If you're doing it in color like me, wrap it around your hook 4 times, make 4 loops with it. Then you're going to take a black band, do the same thing, wrap around making 4 loops. And then you are going to take 2 of these gray loops and bring them to the other side of the eye. And try to make it so they're not so twisted like mine. I'm going to redo that because mine are all twisted up and it looks bad. So you want to try to do this so your band isn't twisted up, because it always looks better when they're not so twisted. Okay, anyway, so yeah, so you're moving 1 band up, 2 bands up, okay? So you have 2 bands, 2 loops are on one side, 2 are on the other. And now we're going to take a black, we're going to double loop it, put it on your hook, and we are going to first pull over these 2, then the black, and then the gray again, like that. So the eye is now on the band. We are going to place the ends here, oops, and up here. And we're going to face the good part of the eye out the side, okay? We're going to do the same thing again for the other side. So gray band wrapped around 4 times, unless you're doing gold. Try to not let it be twisty. Then a black. 3, 4. Okay. Take 2 of the gray loops, bring it to the other side. Okay. Then double looped black onto your hook. Pull the 2 gray over, then the 4 black, then the other 2 gray, like that. And again, we want to face the good part of the eye on the outside. So hopefully your bands won't snap, because they can snap here, like that. Alrighty, now we're going to take 2 bands and we're going to go diagonally like this, and 2 more diagonally like this. Okay. Now you're going to take your beak, your top beak with the arrow, if you have the arrow. You're going to stick your hook through the 6. You're going to pull the loops out. Darn it. Sorry. Stick your hook through the 6 loose ends. Okay. And then you are going to put those right on here, like this. Get off of there. Okay. And kind of push the arrow down if you want. Alright, now I'm going to take single black bands and I'm just going to make my horizontal bands here, so I'm just bringing them across. Okay, and even here I'm going to do a double loop single. Okay, just to make the front of the head a little bit tighter. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to attach the crest. Yeah, okay, so what I'm going to do first, I'm going to pull the beak forward a little bit. And I'm going to go in and loom the 2 diagonal sets of bands. So these 2 I'm looming, and the next diagonal band, so these 2, like that. Now I'm going to take my crest and I'm going to attach the 3 loose ends to these 3 pegs that I loomed up to. Okay, so it doesn't really matter which one you do first here. So this, I'm going to go through this one, attach here. Actually, that doesn't make sense. Why would I do it there before the eye? Yeah, I'm not going to do it there. Sorry, because I just realized that I would be putting it over the eye, which is kind of silly, right? Maybe not. Maybe it's not silly. Never mind. Let's see how it looks. I don't know, man. See, this is like a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh. Let's try it. It might be fine. See, even as a designer, I still question my... I mean, as long as the eye's poking out the sides, it should be fine. I guess we'll find out. Alright, so once I have it attached, then I'm going to loom, go all the way down, and you want to loom the bottom set on each side. So the bottom 2 here, please don't break. The bottom 2 over here. And then here, we also have to go all the way down to the bottom 2. So, this is a little tricky because it's a very thick set of bands here. Grab those bottom 2. And you might have to lift the crest up in order to get them through. I'm gonna put a note in the video to go back because I did this wrong. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, I'm just gonna put a note in. I don't feel like filming the whole thing. Sorry, guys. I'm not perfect. Alright, so we've loomed. Ooh. We've put the beak on, and we have to loom this middle guy here. Alright, and then I'm going to loom the next set on each side. Okay, so I have put the eyes on, and I'm going all the way down to the bottom, looming the two bottom bands. We're not looming the double looped bands that the eyes are attached to. Alright, and then I'm also going to loom this guy. The bands in here I'm also going to do. If I can find them. It's a little bit tricky. You probably have to go all the you've got to go all the way to the bottom and find them. Alright, now. And I'm looming okay, now I'm going to loom this guy, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. No, sorry, I'm not looming him. Yeah, I'm looming the two on the sides. I did diagram this out. I promise I did. Okay, so we have loomed up to here, here, and here, okay? And we did not loom the double loop bands of the eyes, but we loomed the bands underneath, okay? Here, here, and here we loomed up to where you're attaching the crest here. Okay, so I'm going to stick my hook through the middle set, through the middle loops on the crest, stick them on here, pull it down, and then loom these two bands up. And now I'm going to attach the other ends here. So this set is going on here. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. This set is going on here. Okay, then I'm going to loom up that next set on that side. And then I'm going through the loose bands on the opposite side of the crest and attaching those right onto here. And then looming those. Alright, cool. And now we can loom up to the end. Hopefully that made sense. Sorry if that was confusing. I had made an error, and hopefully I put a note in the video telling you where to go so you're not confused. So now I'm going to tie off my 3 ends here. And I'm going to pull off the head, and hopefully it turned out okay. Cool. Alright, I can take off the white bands, all the white bands except the 3 at the end that I just put on. So the 3 that are attaching the lower beak, we can take off. And the 3 that are attaching the crest as well. Alright, cool. So we have our bird's head. Cool. And now we are going to be working on the wings, I suppose. You can do the wings. You can also pull out the eyes a little bit if you want to fix them. Just the eyes. So that the gray's on the edges. Alrighty. Let's work on the wings now. So, this is a little tedious, this part. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to make some feathers here. So, I am taking 2 black, followed by 2 black, followed by 2 black, followed by 2 black, followed by a black and a gold. I'm going to cap that off in golds. Wrap around 3 times. You want to make 6 of these. 3 for each wing. Okay, so make 6 of these and then put them to the side. Okay. 6 of those. Alright. Now we're going to make other feathers that are a little bit longer. So 2 black, 2 black, 2 black, 2 black, black and a gold, black and a gold again, tie off with a gold. Again, you want to make 6 of these, 3 for each wing. Going to loom them. And you are going to put them to the side. Put them below the other 6 so you know that they're a different size so you don't get like confused later or whatever. Okay, so alright, so you got 6 of those. Let's do another size now, so 2 black, 2 black, 2 black, 2 black, followed by black and a gold. Oops. Black and a gold. Black and a gold. Again, capping off with the gold 3 times. You want to make 6 of these. Big surprise, right? So make 6 of these. And then put those to the side underneath the other ones. Alright, so you got 3 different size feathers right now. Okay. Alright. Now we're going to take white. Okay. We're putting 2 white. Followed by 2 white. Followed by 2 white. Followed by 2 white. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, followed by a white and a gold. Followed by white and a gold. Followed by white and a gold. And now we're going to take 2 golds, 2 golds, 2 golds, 2 golds. Cap off with the golds. 1, 2, 3 times. You want to make 4 of these, not 6. 4. Okay. Move up. And again, putting those below the last set. Okay. All right, and now we are taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. We're taking 2 white, followed by 2 white, followed by 2 white. Whoops, that one's ripped. Followed by white and a gold, followed by white and a gold, followed by white and a gold, followed by 2 golds, 2 golds, 2 golds, 2 golds, 2 golds, 2 golds. Cap off the bottom. Okay, then we can loom this. We're going to take it off, and once we take it off, you're going to add 2 more whites to the top, just to make it even with the other one. So 2 whites, pull those on, okay? So you want to make 2 of these total, so we already made 1, so go back and just make 1 more of those, okay? And this next part is probably one of the most tedious parts. Alright, I am taking 2 blacks, followed by 2 black, followed by black and a gold, followed by black and a gold, cap off this with a gold. Okay, loom that. You want to make 22, 18 of these, just like this, and then you're going to make 4 with white instead of black. Okay, so you're going to have 22 total, but 4 of them are going to have the white bands instead of the black, and 18 are going to have the black. Alright, the gold is still the same, so you're going to have 18 like this, and 18 with the white. 18 like this, and 4 with the white. Okay, we'll put those aside, and now we can finally work on the main body of the wing. Yay. So we're going to take 2 blacks at a time here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we go down 5 times. Then we're going to take 2 of our blues. I'm using the metallic blue. You can use whatever blue you want. I'm going to take 2 more right here. Then we're going to take whites. So 2 whites at a time. Okay, like that. All right, I'm going to go back to the black. So 2 at a time. Okay, then I'm going to take 2 blues here and 2 blues here. And then I'm going to take the whites again, so 2 whites here, 2 whites here, and then 2 whites I'm going to go diagonally like this. Okay, alright, back to black. Alright, so we're taking 2 black at a time again. Okay, then I'm going to take 2 whites here. Like this. You can do black here instead if you want to do black. Doesn't matter. It might look better doing black here instead of white, but my other one's like this, so. Alright, then we're going to take single black bands and stretch them across as our horizontal bands. Alright, double looping here. If you're using gold, it's a little tough, but you can do it. Double looping here. Okay? Alright, now we're going to attach our feathers. So, you're going to take the longest one with the white, fingers through it, hook through the loose ends. You can attach this one either at the end, at the tip, or here. I have, on the opposite wing, I have it attached here. So that's what I'm going to do here. But it'll look nice attached to the tip as well. That's totally up to you. Whatever one you don't attach it to, you're going to attach the next size. So you have this next size of the white here. Okay, so you have 2 of these long ones. Obviously the other one's going to be for the second wing. This one you have 4 of, so obviously you're using 2 of them for this wing. Where's my other one? I did have it made. Great, I'm losing things now. That is weird. Maybe I didn't make it. Figures. Hold on, guys. I think I have to make one more. Oh, yeah, here it is. Yeah. I'm going crazy here. Okay, so the other one you're going to attach right here. Alright. And then we are taking the next size down, which is a black one with the 3 gold at the bottom. Okay, so the next size down, you have 6 total, so you're going to use 3 here. So here's 1, here's 2, here's 3. Okay, and then we're going to take the next size down. Okay. I have mine on my hook. You have yours laid out probably, unless you used a holding hook. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to use the 3 short ones, or 3 of the 6 of the shorter ones. Here. And here. And here. Okay. Alright, now you have your 22 of the really short ones you made. You have 4 of the white ones. So you're gonna take 2 of them. One's gonna go right here. And the other white one is gonna go right here. Okay? Now you have all your black ones. So we're gonna take 9 of them. One goes here. One goes here. One goes here. One goes here. Whoops. One goes here. One goes here. One goes here. One goes here. And one goes here. So you should have 9 black and 2 white of those short ones left for your second wing. Alright, so let's loom this wing. So we are pulling back this feather and grabbing the top 2 bands, looming those over. Okay. Then we're going to go in here and grab the 2 bottom white bands, loom those. We can lift up this white feather if it's in the way. Then we're going under the double looped band, grabbing the top 2 white bands. The top 2 bands. Don't be difficult for me. Ooh, don't want that band. Hold on. This is a little tricky here, so I'm going to make sure you grab the right ones. Okay, so looming those over. Then we're going to go down this row. So just looming, going underneath the feathers and the horizontal bands, grabbing the correct bottom bands, looming them up. Okay, now we can go in this row. So we're going to grab these 2, loom those up. Now we're going to grab the blue. And next blue. And just go up. Alright, and then we are going to do this final row. Alright. This white feather, we want that facing that way when we loom that. If you're using gold bands, you're probably looming a lot slower than me because they're so fragile. And that's okay. My gold Mockingjay took forever to make. Alright, again we are going to tie off our 3 loose ends with slip knots. Random bands. And we are going to take this off. Go really slow, especially if you're using gold bands. Go nice and slow. Take your time. Okay, cool. So, make sure your feathers are facing the right way. Okay, so they're all on the same side, these small ones. Alright, so you have 1 wing. Looks really good. And so what you're going to do with the remaining feathers is you're going to make your second wing. But you want to make sure you do it symmetrical to this wing, okay? Otherwise your feathers are going to be on the wrong side. So if you don't know how to do that, what you're going to do, you're going to go back in the video to when I make the main part of this wing and attach the feathers, and you're going to hold a mirror in front of your screen and do it the way you see it in the mirror, okay? You don't have to turn your loom upside down, okay? Nothing crazy like that. Just leave it right side up and just hold the mirror in front of the screen and do it the way you see it in the mirror. And if you do it correctly, you'll have two wings that are opposite like this. If you do it incorrectly, you're going to have two wings that have the feathers on the same side, which is not what you want, okay? You want to make sure you do it symmetrically. Symmetrically, is that even a word? I don't know. Alright, cool. So we have our two main wings and our head with the arrow. Looks pretty cool. Alright, cool. So, now we're going to work on the body, or the back of the bird. So, just follow me here. We're going to take two bands at a time, two black. I'm doing the whole body in black until the tail part. Then I'm going to go back to fading into the gold. Right. So we're just putting two blacks down at a time, all the way down, except obviously up here we're skipping the top pegs there. If you have a band that looks like it's going to break, replace it, because you do not want any bands to break. I mean, if one of the double bands break, it's okay because you have the other one holding it. But if it's a double looped, then you're screwed, so don't let that happen. I bought the Frozen soundtrack. I'm such a kid at heart. Wow, I really am a kid. Rainbow Loom and Frozen. Oh gosh, did I really graduate college? I think I was in like elementary school. Alrighty. Anyway, so, okay, now let's do our horizontal. So we're taking single black bands, just stretching them across. You know, it's funny, I think the Mockingjay is actually black, because Katniss's Mockingjay dress was black, but on the cover of the book, it's actually blue, which is a little bit confusing. And I think it's actually brown on one of the other covers. Who knows what color it is? Alright, cool. So, we've done that, and now I'm going to be attaching my head. Okay, so we're taking our head, and we are turning it so it is right side up, okay, with the crest on the top. And we are going to attach our 3 loose ends to these 3 pegs. Okay, so let's do that now. Going through the first set here, attaching that right onto here. Going through the middle set, attaching that right here. And going through the final set, attaching that right here. Cool. Alright, we're going to start looming, and as we loom, we're going to attach our wings. So, just follow me here. So, looming the first set here, on the other side, here. So, you should have done that correctly. You went under the headbands and did the bottom 2. Same thing here. I'm going to go all the way to the end and the middle, because we can go all the way down here. think I'm going to go down one more here. Yeah, make her neck a little bit longer. Perfect. Okay. Alright, so we are going to attach our wings upside down. So, this wing, grab this one. You're going to turn it down. And we are attaching our first loose end here, the one at the top, away from the feathers. So this one up here. Alright, so I'm going through those loops and I'm putting those around right here. And I'm going to grab the second wing and do the same thing. So turn it so the feathers are down. Go through the top set that's tied off and wrap that around this peg. Okay, so this is what it should look like. Make sure you attach them right. Alright, we're going to loom the next set on each side. So this one and this one. And now we're going to attach the middle set. Alright, so this middle set here, attach, same thing on the opposite side, attach, and loom up on each side, and then the final set. So here, and here. Oops. Okay, and then we can loom up the rest of the way. Alright, so this is the bird's back here, what we're looming. We are going to be making a stomach and attaching it later, so don't worry about how flat it's going to look when you take it off, because we're going to add a stomach in a little bit. No worries, guys. I like to make things look three-dimensional, so no flat creations for me. No floppy things. Okay, let's peel it off carefully. Great. Okay, good. His neck is a good size. That's what I wanted. I didn't want it too short because in my prototype one it was a little bit too stubby, so I'm glad that we did it a little longer here. So we can take off the 3 white bands there. And what is that? Oh, broken band figures. Alright, then we can take the 3 loose ends off of each wing. Okay, and now we're going to put him aside while we work on the tail. Alright, so we have to make some feathers, but we only have to make 8, which is good. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 4. Okay, we're going to take a black and a gold here. Black and a gold here. And black and a gold here, and then we're going to take 2 gold at a time now. So gold, 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 all the way to the bottom. 2 gold at a time, all the way down. Alright, capping off your end here, and then we can loom up. Okay, I'm going to take that off. Just make sure the bands aren't twisted in here. They look pretty good. And now I'm going to take 2 black onto my hook and pull those on, reclaim. Take 2 more black, reclaim, 2 more, and 2 more. So I just kind of extended it by 4 sets of black. Alright, so that's going to be our long tail feather. So you want to make 2 of those, okay? And now we're going to go for the next one. So, next one we're taking 2 black, 2 black, 2 black, and 2 black, and then black and gold, black and gold, so 3 sets of black and gold, and then 2 gold at a time, all the way down. Whoa. The gold like to stick to each other. Very sticky. Looks like he's wearing a crown on his head. Alright, and then we're going to cap off our end here. Alrighty, looming up. You want to make 2 of these guys as well. And twisting them. Cool. Okay. Let's make 2 of those. And then for our third set, let's take 2 black, followed by 2 black, followed by 2 black, followed by 2 black, followed by a black and a gold, and black and gold, black and gold, then 2 golds, and 2 gold. Cap off your end. You also want to make 2 of these. Okay. Alright, so make 2 of those, peel them off. Oh my. Why are my black bands so weak? What in the world? I have to fix that last set. One moment, please. Alright, so you want to make 2 of those. And then we have 1 more set of 2. So all we're going to do is we're going to take 2 black, followed by 2 black, followed by 2 black, followed by 2 black, followed by black and a gold, followed by black and a gold. Cap off your gold. Okay. You want to make 2 of these as well. Cool. Alright, so you have 8 tail feathers. Okay. Cool. Now we're going to be doing the actual tail now. So we're taking 2 black, putting them right here, if that is on the 8th to the 9th peg in the middle. Right, and then we're taking 2 black like this, and 2 like this, and 2, whoa, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, whoops, 2 here, and 2 here, 2 this way, 2 this way, and then we're going to take a single double looped across these two, another single double looped across these two, and another one across these two. Okay. Let me just check something for a moment. Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. Cool. Now I'm going to take my body and I'm going to attach it right side up. So right side up, attach your 3 loose ends to these 3 pegs here. So this loose end goes here, this loose end goes in the middle, and this one goes right here. Okay. And then what we're going to do now, we're going to take our 2 long tail feathers, so the long ones. Put your hook through the loops, and we are attaching that right here. Grab your other long one, hook through the loops, put that here on the other side, and now I'm going to go into the middle and loom these 2 bands. So these 2 should be on the top. Okay, cool. And then the next 2, these 2. Then I'm going to go down here to the sides, loom those 2 stitches. Oh, don't break on me. Okay, there. And here. So I'll go all the way down and make sure you get them. Alright, here we are going to be attaching the next longest set of feathers. Okay, so one's going to go around that peg, and the other one is going around this peg, right? Alright, again, looming up these 2. Ooh. Sometimes if you use your fingers, it'll help keep it from snapping. Okay. Alright, here we're going to attach the next set. So not the shortest set comes last. So here. Okay, and then we're going to loom these 2. Alright, and here we are going to attach our final set. Okay, so hook through those loops. Alright, and then we are looming these. Okay. And then this final set here, then we are taking a black band, tying off our end here, and then pulling this off carefully. Might have to use your hook to help you out a little bit, which is fine. Okay, cool. Alrighty, so you got your cool tail there. Feathers are kind of coming out the back. which is what we want, and then we just want to peel off the holding bands here. Alright. And then we are going to be making his little tummy, okay? Oh, he's so cute. Roar! I don't know why I said roar, he's a bird. Okay, so putting him aside, let's make his little tummy. So, 9, 10, 11. Alright, cool. So we're taking black bands here, 2 at a time. Three and 4. Okay, I'm going to cap off my end with black, wrapping the band around the peg 4 times. If you're using gold, you can wrap it around 3 times, that's fine. I'm going to take a black band and just place it like that, okay, on the middle peg, and then we're just going to loom as if they're not there, as if that band's not there. Alright, I'm going to take this off, okay, I'm going to put that aside for a moment, and I'm going to make another one. So, again, we are taking 2 black, followed by 2 black, followed by 2 black, followed by 2 black. Cap off. Wrap around 4 times. Take a random black band right in the middle. Oops. And loom as if that band isn't there. And take it off. Okay, put that aside. Okay, now we are going to work on the main body of the stomach. So take 2 bands here. 2 here. Whoops. Just doing 2 at a time here. Okay, went down 11 times. I'm going to take 2 there. These 2 I'm going to stretch from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, take these 2 and stretch them down to here. Okay, let's match that on the other side. So 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 stretching. Okay, let's put our horizontals on. So 1 here, oops, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. Okay. We're going to take those 2 random little black strips we made before. I'm going to go through the loops at the top, and I'm going to attach those right here. Okay, and then I'm going to go through the capping band at the bottom, and I'm going to be attaching that all the way down onto this peg here. Okay, like that. So it's pretty stretchy. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, so hook through your loops at the end. Attach that right here. Then hook through the capping band. Bring that all the way down to here. Attach those around there. Alrighty, now I'm going to take black bands and watch what I'm going to do. Well, first we want to cap off the bottom. So cap off. If you're using gold, you can cap off 3 times or whatever. You're going to take a single black band, lay it on there. And then you're going to take 2 black bands. Whoops. Those go right on here. Then you're going to take one here and one here. And then you're going to put one up here and one up here. Okay? So we just laid them on. And now we're going to loom the stomach as if those black bands aren't there, but again, make sure they don't fall off, okay? And here we're grabbing the top 2, looming those up. Ooh. Okay, same thing with the next 2. Oh, that's, yeah, make sure you don't grab those 2 loose bands. So you loom those, and then the bottom 2, okay? Alright, I'm gonna loom up this side now, so going down here, grabbing the bottom 2, looming those up, looming up this row. And then going down to the bottom 2 here, looming those over. And now we want to go up the other side, so these 2, all the way up. Make sure those black bands don't fall off. Okay, and then we want to go up the middle here. Okay, I'm going to tie this off with a black band. Big surprise. Alright, and now we are going to carefully take it off. Okay. Alright, I'm going to pull out all my loose bands around the edges. There are 2 in here. These, don't forget these 2 here, you want to pull out 1 on each side, so like that. And make sure they're all out. Where's this one? There it is. Okay. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Or 8. Yeah, 10. You should have 10. And it looks like a little boat, okay? It's kind of bent, which is good. You want to take your bird, put him down, and what we're going to do is we're going to lay the boat right on the middle of him, like that, okay? Don't bring it all the way up here though, okay? Like kind of start it where the wings start, like this, right here. And all we're going to do is we're going to pull the loose bands on our boat into the body, okay? So this can be a little time consuming, but just take your time with it. So, we are also going to act as if the tied off band at the top is also one of those loose bands. So, going through, pulling. Actually, I don't want that there, I want that here. So we're just pulling the loose bands on the boat, around the stomach, through the body. Doesn't matter exactly which bands you pull them through as long as they are pretty much underneath of the loose bands. Okay, but me being a perfectionist, I'm going to try to get them perfect on both sides because that's just me. You kind of go back as you're working and just make sure they're all still pulled through. I do that sometimes. Doopy doopy doo. Okay, so this guy is going to go through here. Letting the oil go through. There we go. He doesn't want to stay. He's being annoying. He's being a bad band. Bad band. Whatever, I'll just pull it through that one. Let's go through. Anyway, yeah, so continuing. Okay, so once they're all pulled through, just go back and just make sure they're still all pulled through. Because mine are being a little bit stubborn, especially this guy here. I don't know what his problem is, but... yeah, sometimes they'll slip back through, so you just want to make sure they're all pulled through. And once you've done that, we're going to start with the one at the top. Grab it. Fingers through it, grab the next one, fingers through, grab the next one, fingers through, grab the next one all the way around. And once we've grabbed the last one, I'm going to take a clip. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of pull the stomach down and go through some bands underneath where the stomach is. Go through just a bunch of the bands, pull that band through those, put a clip onto the end. Could be a C-clip, whatever, it doesn't matter. And then you just want to like tuck that in, okay? Kind of like that. And then you can squeeze the stomach and it'll pop, okay? And then if you want to add wire down him so you can pose his head, you can do that as well. So all you would do is just take some wire and go like down the beak all the way down to the bottom, and then cut the wire, fold it back in on itself, push it back through, and then you'll be able to pose him. So yeah, and that's pretty much it. So yay, you can go like this and make it so he's holding the thing or whatever. So he looks like the logo, which is pretty cool. Alright, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, guys. There's your two Mockingjays. I have the black one and the gold one here. So definitely go to the Facebook page in the description of this video and post pictures of your guy. Okay, guys? I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you soon for the next tutorial. Amber, I hope yours turned out great. I hope to see pictures of it. Yeah, so post a picture, and I'll see you all for the next tutorial. Have a good one.